New on Daybreak, Hmong refugees began coming to Minnesota in the 1970s. Today, there are more than 66,000 Hmong in the state, and the Twin Cities Metro is home to the largest concentration of Hmong in the country. KIMT News 3's Alex Dieter joins us live now with how one Minnesota nonprofit is making sure Hmong children have access to the resources they need. Good morning, Alex.
Annalise, good morning. So the Hmong Early Childhood Coalition started as a once-a-year summit to share research on how the education gap affects Hmong children here in Minnesota. And just in November, they gained their nonprofit status, which means that they can expand the resources to more children. So just 3 years ago, everyone with HEC was working on a volunteer basis, which limited their reach. And then HEC received the Community Solutions Grant, which really expanded the scope of their work and people they reached to empower Hmong families. HEC translates research into lay language, identifies barriers that prevent families from accessing resources, and holds trainings and community conversations about what the community wants to talk about. The pandemic and immunizations have been very popular topics throughout COVID-19.
Mental health was an increased topic that was brought up a lot in our community, especially during the pandemic. So we talked about mental health. We talked about, ways and strategies that parents could support their children, that parents themselves could feel supported. And we talked about well-being. We talked about, school readiness. What does that look like? And how do we navigate the school system in the pandemic?
The grant does end at the end of the fiscal year, which is in June. So Vang says that right now they're focusing on bringing more funds to the coalition. But she says regardless of that, they will continue to provide these resources. Live in Rochester, Alex Dieter, KIMT News 3.
Thanks, Alex. HEC is also working toward creating a parenting education section of its training, as our parents are often our first teachers.